Let's cross over now to London, where DW's Charlotte Potts is standing by. So, Charlotte, these talks between Theresa May and Labour's Jeremy Corbyn are still continuing, but he's apparently under pressure from his own party not to accept her deal. What do you anticipate is going to come out of those talks?
Well, the negotiating teams are meeting as we speak, and they are clearly trying to find some common ground. And there is some common ground. Both parties in general want to leave the European Union. Both parties want to stop the single market, stop the free movement of people. Of course, Jeremy Corbyn pushing for a softer Brexit, maybe to remain in a customs union. And that is also what he's under pressure from his own party about. They are pushing him towards a softer Brexit, maybe possibly towards a second referendum. Some in the Labour Party saying that that he's been lured into a trap, that Theresa May wants to put blame of him for not ending the Brexit deadlock if these talks are not successful. And also Theresa May is under intense pressure from her party, two of her ministers stepping down yesterday because they said she is collaborating with the enemy, with a Marxist and anti-Semite like Corbyn. The rhetoric really heating up here. So it's very questionable if these two that have always catered to party politics are actually going to put country first now and come to a successful conclusion on this, whether they are going to budge on red lines that they have drawn out before. So there's very little hope here that these talks are going to be successful.
Well, Charlotte, this was a rather surprising change of tactic for Theresa May to now try and seek some sort of agreement with the opposition. As you mentioned, a number of ministers have resigned over this. But is it perhaps really her only chance for breaking the Brexit deadlock? I mean, if her own party is not behind her, could it be that she needs those votes from the opposition to get her deal through?
You're absolutely right. I mean, Theresa May has tried 3 times to bring her deal through. She has offered her resignation if the withdrawal agreement passed Parliament, and not even in that case have the hardliners in her party, or most of them, have not supported her and are just keeping the line that the withdrawal agreement is a bad deal. So she has really tried hard. Now she has to reach out to Labour, and at the moment, this looking for a compromise, looking for unity with Labour to get the deal passed is really her only option.
Well, Charlotte, I think most have agreed that a no-deal Brexit is definitely going to be detrimental both for the UK and also for the EU. So are we really looking as a long delay of Brexit and participation in EU parliamentary elections at the end of May the only possible scenario?
Yes, that could very well be. So Parliament yesterday here passed a law that would force Theresa May to go to Brussels and ask for an extension. And the length of this extension is actually up to her. She has said she wants a short extension, but the European Union said they are only going to grant that if some kind of withdrawal agreement is passed. And it doesn't look likely. So the European Union is most likely going to offer a long extension, and that would mean that the UK would have to put legislation in place to hold those European elections. And if that was to happen, then we would probably see very much a protest vote, like a mini referendum in these European elections, with those that want to leave pushing and voting for hardliners to join the European Union as MEPs, and for those that wanted to remain, voting for those parties that wanted to remain in the European Union all along.
Charlotte Potts reporting from London.